Hey you guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ayoka. I'm the creator of this awesome community, the Lightworker Society. Thank you for all of your support and everything that you guys put into my channel. I greatly appreciate you all of the energy that you really contribute just by subscribing, liking, sharing has definitely helped my page to reach more and more people. And that's definitely the purpose of the Lightworker Society, to really just spread love, raise the vibrations, help you guys understand your situations, and all of that other great stuff that you could possibly think about. Now, keep in mind, everything in this message might not resonate with you. This will be a twin flame reading. I pick up on past, present, and future energies. Okay, so at any point in time, twins are on a different, I guess you would say, different level in their journey. Okay, so not everybody's going to be in the same stage of their twin flame journey. So keep that in mind. This could be something that's happening for you right now or might not have happened at all. But just remember to stay in a positive mindset and make sure you're balancing your heart chakra. I'm going to do a message for the Divine Masculines. I feel like I need to lead off with that. So if you are a DM and you're tapping into this message, please take heed, definitely. Divine Feminines, also, take heed to this message as well, because this could give you some answers and how you can go about helping your divine masculine on an energetic level. Okay, so the whole twin flame journey, how it works. You can't really work on the emotional level with your divine masculine. You have to really work on the soul level. So these are some things that you can do on the soul level, which is basically working within yourself. So whatever chakras that you are working on balancing, or whatever you're working on perfecting. I don't want to say perfecting, because nothing's perfect, but say like you're working on your spiritual gift, or you're working on healing an aspect of yourself, part of your shadow side. All of that helps your divine masculine, because there's a mirroring effect that's going on. So hopefully this will actually provide some type of clarity. The energies are heavy for the DMs right now, and I can definitely feel that. And there's a lot of questions. So some of them are probably possibly going through a tower moment right now. So we'll definitely pick that up in a reading as well. Some of them might not have even gone through it yet, and it's coming, right? But however it is, they are questioning the path that they have taken. So let's see. All right. Before I get started, sorry, I had some Cold Stone ice cream. I love Cold Stone. And the cake better. So make sure y'all check that out. Look, I should be getting some money off of this, right? But however, let me set my intentions so that we can all be on the same page energetically. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my angelic guides, for helping me with this reading for the twin flames, for the divine masculine, as well, especially for the divine masculine. I ask that you close the gates to anything that's not in alignment with this reading, and I also ask you to protect us as we go through the spiritual world to commune with you. Thank you for using me as the messenger. Thank you for covering us and protecting us with your wonderful white light. And so it is. Let me tell you, divine masculine must got some stuff to say, and they don't know how to express it, because I couldn't get that off my tongue to save my life. I hope I don't be stuttering through this reading. All right, so I'm gonna start with my energy oracle deck. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I love y'all. All right, what's the divine masculine's energy as it stands, Spirit? And guess what card comes out? The Journey card, right? So, of course, we know the Journey card is talking about what? The spiritual journey, this twin flame union, this path, the karmic path, all of that stuff is on this path, right? Because here's the Journey card. All right, so some of them, the light is so bad right now. Do y'all see that glare? Oh, that's horrible. I know you guys can't see it, and I really want you to be able to see it. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. All right, so this card is really talking about, they could even be for real moving, trying to move, trying to relocate, or even traveling. So that could definitely be happening. Or they might be getting ready to see if you want to travel somewhere, right, with them. But this is talking about a shift in location, and it's also talking about their spiritual path that they're going on. So However, it's like they want to have a better life, a better situation, right? And the path that they're on, they're really feeling like they're off of it, and because it's not leading them to the happiness that they seek, right? So now they're just pretty much trying to figure out which way do they go, because as I'm looking at this card, there's so many different arrows from the light post that gives you different directions to go in. It's like north, east, southwest, right? So they know that they want to go. They have their bags packed and they're ready, right? The walking out card is here next. See if I can remember how to find that great position. If I don't get it, you guys, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna keep struggling with it. Okay, it's not working. So my light is like really bright and I don't want to fool with it right now in the middle of this reading. But they are definitely trying to walk away from the things that no longer serve them, okay? They're trying to bring a completion to this aspect of their life because they do realize, right, that it's been hindering them. And everything that's behind them in the past is what? Heartache, heartbreak, pain, stuff like that. So this card is talking about them moving on to a clearer path, right? Now, they're trying to make these decisions, like I said, just to basically finish up this cycle. The number 7 is on this card. So they're trying to complete a cycle, and I'm getting like a karmic cycle. Because, you know, everything is back there, like I said, it just wasn't providing the hope, the love, you know, the wealth, everything that they desire. It just wasn't providing that, and they could see that. And they're still kind of stuck in this lingering energy, because as the woman is walking away on this card, her head is still pretty much turned, like looking back, right? Still looking back and not continuing to really look forward. Now, they know that it's some important things that need to be done and handled as far as the past. And they also know that there's some very important aspects of their life that exist outside of the things from the past. Now, the Divine Masculine, DMs, like, you're in the reverse here when it comes to the Garden and the Gate card. So you're no longer wanting to play it safe. Well, I'm going to stop showing y'all. I'm going to just start talking. But you no longer want to keep playing it safe, right? So you're definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone and really ready to move forward in your life, because you do realize, right, there's so many opportunities and there's prosperity and abundance outside of that gate, right? Now, you are choosing a happy choice for yourself to open up the door to a more spiritual pursuit. So you're realizing this, and this is what the Journey card is all about. So the Journey card is, like I said, taking movement. Is that right? Making movement. Taking action and deciding to move forward, to walk away, right? So that you can really deal with these codependencies that you have, because you may have been obsessed with worldly issues before. All right, so like, I'm gonna speak to all of you guys collectively, because, you know, sometimes you have more divine feminines watching the video than you actually do DMs, because they still aren't really as hip to what the twin flame journey is about. Some of them do actually know, but don't really know the extent and how powerful the twin flame journey is, right? And why they're going through all of this stuff that they're going through now. They've been really obsessed, like I was saying, and they are actually really ready now to go deeper than they ever been before, because they realize that there's no happiness. They don't feel happy. They feel like something is definitely missing within their life, right? Now, it's a possibility that they probably believe that they couldn't make it without living, you know, the material world, like making lots of money and things like that. You know how you kind of think it's like your whole goal is usually on what? Finances, money, leveling up, like in your wealth. But it don't really necessarily sometimes have that extended plan that includes, you understand, your partnerships, the love and family and stuff like that, right? But it's like, they're realizing, DM, you're realizing that all of that isn't true anymore. Okay? So this is a wonderful thing. You know now that you have to bring the spiritual aspect of yourself, of your life, to the forefront. Like, you cannot rely on yourself. You need the universe, you need the divine, you need whatever that is that you connect to. You realize that you need this, especially to take this endeavor that you want to go on, this journey that you're trying to go on, right? Now, when it comes to this community card, yeah, so this is probably what you're trying to release as well. So with the community card, it also talks about what? Celebrating, bringing something to completion, but it's in an upright position, right? And it also talks about connections and kindred spirits and third-party situations, okay? So right now, you could be really thinking about connecting with like-minded people so that you are able to partnership with someone, especially when it comes to the business aspect of yourself, of your life, because you're trying to really advance and level up in your career life. Like I said, working on your own stability, right? Now, they're noticing the divine feminines, that it's time for them to really make new connections, right? Because they've been doing it all wrong the whole time. It's like, okay, I'm doing this all wrong. So I need to start to network with people who are more in alignment with what it is that I want to do, because I'm trying to grow, right? So this card could literally mean speaking about their actual network and networking and engaging in the community, just being more present in their life than what they were before, right? So let's get some more energy for them. That's pretty dope. Okay, so oh, I didn't even get the question. I was thinking it. But anyway, the cornucopia card came out, and this is all about your wishes fulfillment. So the divine masculine definitely has made some wishes, right? They want a lot of blessings. They want the abundance. They want the harvest for all of the seeds that they have sown, especially when it comes to job fulfillment, right? But these seeds are definitely ready to harvest, but it's just pushing themselves beyond that codependency that they have going on to be able to manifest these things for themselves. Because right now, and I got the world card in reverse, so this really just saying that they don't see that the world is actually that big. It's so many opportunities. There's so many avenues that they can go through, and they don't have to be limited to just doing things one way. You understand? It's like you don't have to stay on a straight line in your path, right? It's so many different streets and so many different roads and so many different alleys. You understand? Things that you can go through that will take you to the same destination at the end of the day, right? So once they start to realize that they have more options, which is happening, because now, DM, you're definitely in this energy of like, you know what, I'm tired of playing it safe. I'm ready to go outside of my gate. I'm ready to explore and see what else is available for me so that I can have my wish fulfillment. Now, how does the DM support and protect those around them? Thank you. Let me rephrase that question. Thank you, Spirit. How does the DM support and protect the divine feminine in this connection? Okay, so the hostility card is in reverse. All right, and then the meditation card here, relax and meditate, is also in an upright position. So that's really dope. So they are definitely in this meditative state, and they realize that they have to have this sense of calm when it comes to you, right? So it's like they see that this is a time right now where the energy has to be high when it comes to this connection, right? So the hostility is down. So now they didn't release the defenses, right? Because before they probably were very defensive, and now they're coming to this this energy of being protective. Thank you. They're in this energy of being protective, right? And they realize that in order for them to protect you, they have to be balanced, right? They have to have that rest and rejuvenation, because it's a lot to it. Because right now, especially for the divine feminine, is so much going on, especially when it comes to you guys working on your divine life purpose. Even just building the connection or even thinking about it is a lot of energy, right? But they are definitely in a protective mode when it comes to you, divine feminine. And it is some types of fragments that are still there that could possibly like cause a little bit of frustration when it comes to the connection period, but overall they are just really in this energy of, you know what, I want peace, and I don't want nobody else to bring anything else to my divine feminine that isn't in a state of peacefulness, right? Now, how can I be more active in chasing my desires? All right, so how can the divine masculine be more active in chasing their desires? Closing out these karmic cycles. Yeah. They got to be more energetic about this, right? Because it's their life cycles that they have to end. And it's a lot of external circumstances that are forcing them to go within and actually examine this, examining how to complete it. So in order for them to be more active about chasing their desires, their dreams, and all of that, they have to release what no longer serves them no more, which is like the walking away card that's showing. So they might not even recognize this, but you know, divine masculine, you probably ain't recognizing this at all, that you are actually closing these cycles out by walking away from the things that no longer serve you, by taking a choice to step outside of your gate. You're definitely in this energy of wanting to complete this. Now, I'm looking at this spread. It's a little divine masculine spread, so it's pretty cool. So far I think I'm alright with it. I don't like to do the asking the questions like this format. I usually like to just pull the cards and let spirit just speak, right? It seems so structured, but sometimes I guess you gotta have some type of structure in order, right? But for the rest of the reading, it'll be pretty much me just pulling, right? But however, what is a suppressed emotion that the divine masculine should resolve? All right, so I got 2 cards here. Well, it's 3, but oh, you know what? Spirit just told me how to put it together. Thank you. So they are suppressing their emotions when it comes to appreciation, envy, and the victory, right? So they're in this energy of they're not really being as grateful for their life, or let's just say the circumstances in their life. They're still not really understanding why things aren't working out the way that they and I don't want to actually even say understanding. It's still like partially connecting the dots, but still, because they're stuck in some of these codependent ways, it kind of makes it hard for them to see that, okay, if I reverse this mindset of not being grateful or not having appreciation for where I am now, then I possibly can attract exactly what I desire, right? So they're in this energy of it's like a lack mindset, but we know that's because of what? Fear, right? Things from the past that keep you in a fearful state. Also, the envy card talks about a lack of dissatisfaction. So that card goes hand in hand. The appreciation and the envy card usually comes out together when it comes to this case, but it's pretty much like they're just dissatisfied and they need to really work on this issue. But the way that they can overcome this dissatisfaction, the envy, and all of that stuff is to what? Appreciate what they actually have, to appreciate what's in front of them. So divine masculine, you know, you got to get into a state of appreciation so that you can shift this energy to something that's more positive. When you're not appreciating what you have, you're just telling the universe, you understand, like, you're not grateful for it. So why would more come to you? And just really realizing that you have victory, you have the success, everything you need is right in front of you. But once you start to appreciate that you have everything that you need within you and what's around you, then you can have the victory, you can have the new beginnings that you seek for yourself. So that energy definitely has to be released and resolved, divine masculines. Now, how can I confront the suppressed emotions? All right. So how can the divine masculine confront these suppressed emotions? Oh. Love. Open up their heart. Right? So, they definitely are. And I'm gonna say that, right? Because at first I just started to stutter step on that and not say it, but I heard it, spirit, like, no, say it. They're in love, right? They're suppressing this. They're trying not to really confront this issue, right? Because there's so much other stuff going on in their life right now. It's like this is the last thing that they feel like they want to entertain, but at the same time not realizing that when they go after their passion, then everything falls in place, especially when it comes to the divine feminine, right? Because when you come into union with the divine feminine, then that's when their life starts to change, right? Because that's the path that they're supposed to be on, and that's the part that they don't understand. The path for you guys, divine masculines, is the path that's aligned with your divine feminine, okay? So you're definitely being guided to work on your heart chakra. So divine feminine, if you need to go and do some energy work, do guided meditation, listen to Sophogio sounds, go to an acupuncture, get some Reiki done, whatever, to help you within your heart chakra too as well. Then in turn, then they'll start to work on that. Start being more loving towards yourself, right? Then in turn, they'll pick up on that energy. So that's pretty much how it flows. You know, you can really dictate how this story goes exactly for the divine masculine. I know everybody still has free will, but it just seems to just still happen. Even if they fight it or resist it, they will eventually start to do it. It's like you can't fight the inevitable, right? Because now the universe is going to do what, DM? Put you in a storm and force you to do it, right? Now, how can the divine masculine connect with their inner warrior? Thank you. How can a divine masculine connect with their inner warrior? Make a decision, divine masculine. Because this is what's going to balance you. So once you make this decision, because you're stuck in between the crossroads, which way should I go? That's the same way even for the journey card. Which way should I go? You have to make a decision to choose love, right? To go after your passion, to come into union with your divine feminine, because a part of your divine life purpose includes the divine feminine. Everything in your life will come to full circle once you decide to actually take action and make a decision. Now, you do have an angel that's really here helping and supporting, trying to keep you centered, and also to help you make self-honoring choices for yourself. Okay, because solid foundations, they don't just, it's not something that will just happen like that, right? You have to really bring greater equilibrium to yourself to have these solid foundations. What that means is releasing the things that no longer serve you, stepping outside of your gate, stepping outside of your comfort zone, releasing these third-party situations because they're karmic situations. Karmic situations is strictly about the lessons. It's not about staying together, right? And realizing that you have everything that it takes, okay? Let go of the lack mindset, feeling dissatisfied, and make a decision. Because that will put your life back into balance. Wow. You gotta remain conscious about your physical and emotional energies, divine feminine, because that is also something that is mirrored onto your divine masculine. So if you are feeling like you're low in your vibes, or you're sad, or things like that, you can definitely pick that energy. They can definitely pick that energy up from you. So remember to try to stay as balanced as you possibly can. I know we do have our moments, right? We're entitled to our moments, but face it, deal with it, and heal it. That's pretty much what you just need to do. But it ain't one of those things where you need to sit in it and soak in it for days. No, release it. All right. So that was definitely, to me, a good start. Even though I didn't really like the question structure part of it, but I do like the answers that Spirit did give us to help out with that situation in the divine masculine's life right now. So let's find out what the DM's energy is towards you, divine feminine. Let's get to the juice. All right. Thank you. What's the divine masculine's energy towards the divine feminine? So, look, can you see it? But it's the caring connection card. Okay, so they definitely have a tender connection with you. They do feel the love, and they are in an appreciative state. They're thinking about building a foundation with you. So that is definitely there. They do want to really turn this friendship into something that could possibly be more love involved, right? Because some of you guys are probably just friends, but they are thinking about partnership where you two can come together and really share and show each other how deep this connection is, like deeper than what this friendship thing that y'all guys got going on. Now, the next card that's out is the Thinking Woman, but the Thinking Woman card here is in a reverse status. So I don't know why I keep still trying to do it. It's habit, because I'm used to showing you guys my cards. But the Thinking Woman card is definitely a woman in reverse, or a female of understanding. I'm sorry. So this card really talks about someone that's in their life that could be leading them down the wrong path. Definitely giving them the wrong information, right? And I'm picking up on that's what that could really be, or it could be like they're just confused about their personal purpose as well, and they're disconnected from their true heart's path. And you know what? That's what it is. They're disconnected from their true heart's path, right? Because at the whole part of the beginning of the reading, this is what we were talking about, right? Their path. And this is why they're in this Thinking Woman in reverse status, because they don't know how to use the wisdom that they have internally, because they're not tapping into their intuition at this moment, right? Wow. Okay. So I do have the third chakra here as well, and the third chakra card looks like I should know that one by heart, because that has been coming out in pretty much all of my twin flame readings. But I think this one is about emotions of desire. This is about the life force energy, right? Them trying to really get into this energy where they have a high vibration. Okay, they definitely want to be able to resolve the issues that are in their life, but a lot of these things is going around their emotions of desires. This is all about their own personal energy, and they're feeling really low at this time. So this is something that they need to really work on bringing up higher by just literally directing their focus more on something more purposeful. And I really feel like that's what they're trying to do at this moment, just to really connect to what it is that they are purposed to do. But they still don't really have an understanding or an idea of it, because it's still a missing component, but not realizing that the missing component, divine masculine, is the divine feminine. All right, so they're lacking the strength to do this, because this Angel of Strength card is definitely in the reverse. But they're being graced through this, okay? So even though they don't have the strength, they still have a lot of angelic support that's really trying to help them to have the courage to take action, to move forward, and bring this whole cycle to a completion, and also bring themselves to a point of here, when they feel like they have value, they feel like they have some kind of worth, because some of them could be kind of low in their self-esteem at this moment, right? Not really feeling like they are worthy enough of the connection, because they're not exactly where they should be, especially when it comes to them being on the right path. Oh, wow. Thank you. Can you tell me more about everything that we talked about thus far? So they are definitely in this discontent. Like I said, it's like they're bored, more of because they're in this period of stagnation, right? So it's making them feel really restless and impatient, because they're trying to move forward. They want to get on the right path, but they just don't have an idea of how to do that. It's not moving fast enough for them. Where they're not realizing is that you got to have the patience, right? You got to plan, and you have to take action. Like, they have all of these ideas in their mind, but they're just ideas at this point. They're not moving. They not really realizing, divine masculines, I'm talking like y'all ain't even here. It's probably only like 2 of y'all. But however, y'all not really realizing that the period of stagnation that you're in is because you put yourself there. Okay? So the balance has to come. All right, so the Angel of Balance card did come out, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in the beginning part of the reading. You're definitely, like I said, as angels trying to balance this out, trying to start this new beginning, bring this cycle to a completion. Really, I mean, warring behind the scenes for you, divine masculine. But of course, you're in this period of here. Remember I said I feel like they're in a tower moment. I feel like the tower has struck, right? Because there's some disruption that's going on in their lives right now, going on in your life, Divine Masculine. So something has changed. It's shifted. And if it didn't happen yet, it's about to happen. Okay, so it may seem negative at this time, but you got to really just look at it as something deeper than that. That is more about enlightening you and waking you up so that you can shift your whole entire lifestyle, so that you can be able to get more focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing and make these choices, movement, choices, and decisions. These things have to be made because this is a significant part of your life, right? And you've been working hard and putting in a lot of effort and determination to really create what it is that you want for yourself. It's to the point where the Divine Masculine is just literally juggling like crazy, right? And probably a master at juggling the things in front of them, but at the same time, it's still not serving them. That's not how it's supposed to be. And it really keeps you where you end up denying a connection, or denying or neglecting. That's the word I want to use. You end up neglecting what? Love. So the Divine Feminine is the one that ends up, getting neglected in the whole situation, or work, family, just being discontent can really put you in this energy of disconnected from everything. Now, the fertility card is here as well, but it's like this is about your growth. Okay, so the seeds that you have planted, they're definitely trying to give birth right now, but in order for them to continue to root, you have to get out of that energy and start to shift some things, because you have the power to manifest whatever it is that you desire for yourself. Now, the deception and envy card is here. This card has been showing up all freaking week. I don't know if you're hiding the fact that you are suffering, that you are heartbroken, right? Deception about I want to see if it's something else. Oh, okay. So I was thinking it, and my spirit guides definitely said this is it. So it's time to stand your ground, okay? Divine Feminine, this is where you step in at, okay? You have to stand your ground. That means continue, right, to keep leveling yourself up. Because as you're doing that, your Divine Masculine is definitely picking that energy up. And this is what's pushing them. This is why they're in this mindset where they're really trying to figure out, like, wait, hold up. I think I took the wrong path. I think I'm not doing something right? It's because you're doing something right, Divine Feminine. You're following your divine life purpose. You're healing yourself. All right. And you're making self-love and self-care a priority. So it's helping them to really get this thing moving. But the more and more you stand your ground and you don't, chase, pretty much. Don't chase. Don't overextend. Just keep standing your ground in the energetic realm in 5D. What is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, continue with creating this firm foundation for yourself, because this is what the Divine Masculine wants for you guys as a unit. To have something that's solid. All right, especially when it comes to the material world. So it's like, how can I come and form a connection and my life isn't together, right? But not realizing that, okay, all I got to do is heed the lessons from the past, work on my issues, release it, right? Because this will help assist me in laying this firm foundation. It keeps them emotionally withdrawn. And it's like you can't ignore it, but at the same time, even though they're emotionally withdrawn, they're meditating, because on the card, the dude is sitting there meditating, literally got his hands out praying, right? Meditating for that new beginning for themselves. And that's a good thing, because they're connecting with the universe. And this is what the divine wanted. At least connect, at least tap into your spirit so that you can get the answers that you seek. And that's the part where they weren't doing, right? So meditating helps them to tap into their intuition. So Divine Femme, you're definitely doing everything right, So everything is moving along in the connection really well, right? Even though it seems like a tower moment for the Divine Masculine, they will begin to understand that they have the power, right? And this is all about enlightening me and helping me grow so that I can have exactly what it is that I desire. Because the universe is ready to reward them for their efforts. They will move on, right? They will move on and leave that past behind them and close this difficult cycle because they want to be able to triumph. They want success. And they're literally, the divine hand is like, here, I'm handing you the sword. Go fight. You know, this is you. This is all about your new beginnings. Now, what's happening for the twins right now together? Where are they at in this journey? So, the spiritual union is being created. Oh, that's so dope. The partnership is being created. Oh my God, that makes me want to cry, you guys. Because everything that you guys are doing, it's bringing the partnership together. Where you guys come together with the like minds. You combine that and you accept, they accept the cup of love. Ooh. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting ready to go in on this card. Let me go and look at the meaning real quick. All right, so yeah, they're realizing that this relationship is also about them too. That being in union with you benefits them at the same time as well because it's helping them to grow and pushing them closer to what it is that they need. So they've been seeking those answers, like meditating, and they've been taking heed to what these downloads are. I got some of them are even probably looking into what their dreams mean, angelic numbers, things like that. Now, this is all about an equal balance between giving and receiving energies. You guys are equally mirroring each other. It's perfect. It's perfect. Like, and I'm going to use the word perfect for this. This looks like a perfect spiritual union where you guys are equally mirroring each other's images. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. You guys are both doing the same thing. Okay? And realizing that this opportunity to be together is all about your soul's growth. I wish I could give y'all a high five. I just want to clap. What's next for the twins? Oh. All right, so the sacral chakra card is here. So this is about the emotions, the desire, and the creativity and sexuality. Okay, so all of that is included, but the divine masculine is trying to find creative ways to really come to the divine feminine to really close this union out. So they're still trying to connect to their emotions. The sex part there, the passion is definitely there. Yeah, they want this partnership. So they're trying to find creative ways to come into alliance with you, because they're ready to see the fruits of their labor, right? Because they've been putting out a lot of energy, and they know that this connection is divinely sent. They know who you are. They're at this point where they know who you are, and they know that that's the missing piece. They just have to get themselves out of this fear-based energy and have the strength to be able to take action and move forward. I don't know why they're so afraid. Why are they so afraid? Because they having financial and material problems. And they're blocked in their crown chakra. They've been making so many sacrifices, you guys. So many sacrifices that they're just like, do I want to make another sacrifice? Because this would be a sacrifice. This is a chance. Even though they know it's a divine connection, like it's a deep connection, but it's still taking a chance because they have done that in several relationships where they completely allow their heart to be all up in it. And this heart chakra card came out. So they've loved unconditionally already before, right? And they tried to create these harmonious relationships, but to them it's like, oh, it failed. It may take them a moment to try to balance this area, right? But you know, it's no rush. For real. Like, you guys are always together, and it's like in the 5D. So however much time they need to heal, you don't heal because you want them to be whole when they come back to you and, you know, really form the connection. Am I right, divine masculine? Now, the solar plexus is also something that needs to be worked on. You see, it's so many chakras that are out here that need to be balanced, but they're definitely getting help from the spiritual realm with this. So that's the blessed part about this. So this is gonna come to a completion, of course, but what will happen is what you guys will triumph. Your divine masculine will succeed at this because they're determined. They're determined to be able to overcome this situation. Now, can I get some divine masculine messages? Thank you. Oh, don't let pride get in your way, DMs. And your commitment is being tested. Yep. How much are you going to stay committed to this path, to changing, right? Because you guys are probably hot and cold. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You know how it is, divine feminine. They just be like, 1 minute they all with it, and then the next minute they be like, oh. But then the ego gets in the way as well. And when the ego gets in the way, it kind of tells you that you can't, right? You can't do this. You're not strong enough to do this. You don't have enough resources to do this. You don't have enough money to do this. You know, all of those things come to their mind, and that's what keeps them blocked because they're too busy focusing on, you know, the lack thereof, allowing their ego and their pride to really dictate their lives. I mean, that's the real life truth right there. But now they're letting their pride become an obstacle. Okay, now, of course. And that's what you need to ask yourself, divine masculine. Is this coming from your ego or from your heart? Now, you need to end the deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to your dilemma. If you've not been doing it or doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you, your divine femme. This will help your relationship. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Self-esteem is good, but vanity is not. Everyone is equally important, so you have to really give into the connection, right? Surrender to the circumstances. And surrendering is not saying you're giving up your rights to your own independence, you know, but accepting that this is your counterpart and this is what you really want, and stop denying it and trying to fight it, right? But being creative, right, will help. And this is what I was talking about with the sacral chakra. Now, this friendship may be ending now. That could be that the friendship with the divine feminine is ending and turning into something more romantic, a loving, you know, one of those higher level commitments, let's put it that way, or whatever situation that could be going with anybody else that's in their life could be ending. What messages do you have for my divine feminines? Divine feminine, remember that you are good enough. Okay, you're good enough to have this, the life that you desire. Even when it comes down to you following your divine life purpose, right? You are good enough. No matter what, remember that, hold to that, and don't let anybody else tell you anything different. And when I see this, I look and see how the masculine is in that prideful or ego mindset, and you are in this not feeling good enough mindset, right? Some of you are. Some of you probably aren't. Or you might have some lingering effects of it. But that goes hand in hand, because your ego, like I said, is the one that tells you what? You're not good enough, right? And you're probably, divine feminine, feeling it. So you're picking up on their energy and they're picking up on your energy. So start to really put into your own self-acceptance and your own self-worth at this time. So you know what that means. It's just, you gotta do some more shadow work, you know, get down into your subconscious level and find out where that feeling is coming from. Get more creative. Definitely get more creative. And I mean, talking about whatever it is that you like to create, start doing that, because that helps balance you. Now, I was reading a divine feminine card popped out for me earlier, and it's like, once you start to embrace certain aspects of your divine feminine energy, then you start to bring balance into your situation. So if I found the book, let's see, so it was, I'm trying to see if I can think of it offhand, because I don't see, oh, here go the book. The goddess energy talks about, All right, so it says, this speaks of a need for sacred female energy, which brings gifts such as intuition, nurturing, and artistic expression. So when you bring these three together, then it starts to fill a creative void. Now it says, move your body and dance and express your intuition, artistic and nurturing side. You are guided to call on benevolent female deities for help with this situation. You can call upon Lakshmi, the beloved Hindu goddess who helps with abundance, Brigit, the Celtic goddess of healing and courage, Mother Mary, the saint who guides our children, Athena, the Grecian goddess of wisdom, the Egyptian goddess Isis, who helps women juggle home and family, or any of the thousands of other trustworthy sacred feminine deities. These are the action steps. Within every woman are three parts of the goddess. Maiden, that's the inner child, at times pure and at other times adventurous or bold. Mother, that's the nurturing qualities. And matriarch, that's the teacher. Men have analogous inner qualities of the lad, the dad, and the patriarch. It's important to express each of those three parts daily. You hear that? So when you express each part of these aspects of yourself daily, it helps to balance the playfulness with work and relationships. Spend time each day expressing all three characteristics and notice how much more energized and balanced you feel. So I'm going to really start working on doing that even with myself, which I think I already do because I love dancing. I do dance aerobics. I am a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And I am definitely very nurturing. I probably could be a little bit more nurturing. I do get that, right? A little bit more compassionate. And so I'm working on that now. But if you express these daily, I feel like I really trust and believe that you'll start to notice some changes within your connection because you're tapping into your energies, both energies. And of course, divine masculine, you heard what you need to do as well. So it's the same exact thing. That's duality right there. Now, I'm gonna pull some tarot real quick. So I want to see what other messages did you have for us, my spirit guides. What message did you have for the twin flames? All right, so remember, it's going from past to present. Some of you guys might be in this now, some of you might not. But the Fool card is here, but it's in a reverse position. So this definitely means that someone is really distracted, right? Someone in the connection is really distracted, but we already know it's the divine masculine. You're the ones that are distracted. The divine feminine is already beyond it, right? But because of that, it's delaying this justice. It's keeping this connection from really coming together, right? Because a decision is not being made. Can you tell me more about this justice card? Okay. The Knight of Wands is here in the reverse. And of course, again, the Knight of Wands is what? Usually reckless, impatient, runs from commitment, right? But it's like they love love. They love to pursue it, but they're not really steady when it comes to the love. But that's because of some things that have taken place in their life, right? There's a lot of hardship, a lot of loss, a lot of heartache, as you can see with the cards previous. So that keeps them from forming strong bonds and connections with the opposite, or the same sex, however it resonates. It keeps them from being able to form those bonds because it keeps them from having to tap into their emotions and to feel and even to be hurt, right? So the Seven of Pentacles is here as well in an upright position. So Spirit is saying, like, clearly this is the end to hardship right here. The efforts will be paid off, right? As long as you put the work into the love. So Seven of Swords is here in the reverse. They're going to come and yeah, they're coming with the truth. So there's going to be a confession that's going to be made because it feels like the truth has been revealed to them. All right. So this is where they start to end playing those games. So now when I asked, where were you guys in this connection? And what came up? You were at the point of the spiritual union, right? But the Page of Wands is here as well. So this card talks about ideas, being able to see the bigger picture. Now, they're at this point where they have a passion to succeed. Divine masculine, you are like, I am ready to overcome this. Okay, but it's a lot of fear that still remains there, and it's keeping it an idea. It's keeping it as it's possible, right? This is definitely possible, but I don't know yet. Now, the Three of Wands is here and it's in the reverse, so we already know what that's talking about. There's some limitations that are taking place. You know, it's a lack of progress because of frustrations, because of the obstacles you guys have had in love previously, right? Now, the Eight of Cups is here for the Divine Masculine, and DM is just not walking away from the goddamn cup. Not letting go, not releasing whatever no longer serves them. Whether it's an unhappy relationship, abandonment issues, whatever it is, they're staying in this energy of fear when it comes to approaching the Divine Femme. Nine of Pentacles is a ship. Why? Because the Nine of Pentacles woman on the card is very independent, very self-sufficient, got her stuff together, right? Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. So not only are you the Nine of Pentacles, you're the Queen of Pentacles too. So you are balanced between being a homemaker and being a boss. You a hustler, you understand, you a diva, well, however you want to put it. You a king, queen, because the energies is fluent, so you could be male, you could be female, whatever. But however, you offer the stability. You have all of that for you going right now, and they feel like they don't have any of that. The Six of Cups is here, right? So they're having memories from the past, especially when it comes to their childhood. They could be healing from the past, an old connection that they probably were in, or this literally could mean that they've reconnected with someone from the past. But whatever it is, they're reliving happy moments of something. And I guess that might be keeping them from feeling in this negative energy. And they could be thinking about you, you know, your past connection and how you guys were when it came to having y'all happy times, right? Ace of Pentacles is here in the reverse. But this card just really says, you know, they feel like they missed some chances. But like I said, they're in this scarcity mindset, especially when it comes to this Queen of Swords chick. Or guy, let's put it that way. But because that person was traumatic, very toxic, very bitter, very manipulative. And that put a lot on the Divine Masculine, where the Divine Masculine was just like, you know what? F love, right? Because they were very overcritical. And let me tell you, this Queen of Swords was a piece of work, y'all. Piece of work. Over emotional. I'm talking about bitchy. Yup, High Priestess. High Priestess in reverse. So that means that they definitely was highly intuitive, but they were using that spirituality in the wrong way. Using it for their own gain. You understand? Being very manipulative. Hiding stuff. Probably even doing spells, witchcraft. Whatever they were doing as the High Priestess in reverse is not really going towards the light. They were more on the darker side of it. This person, this karmic, wanted to have this. So we got the Four of Wands here, and they pretty much wanted to have a solid foundation. So they probably wanted to marry the Divine Masculine. They probably wanted to either be engaged, or they could be even these two could be married. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be able to have their happy home. But that's not happening right now, right? So the karmic was literally in this High Priestess energy in a reverse because they were trying to keep the Divine Masculine by making them feel like they had no other choice. So they get in their mind and they start messing with their mind, right? Messing with those areas that keep them codependent, that keep you attached to unhealthy situations. And this is what's happening, right? Wow. The Death of Rebirth card is here though. So there's definitely like the Divine Masculine is going through a cycle of transformation. It's like inevitable because the way that the universe is set up, the divine is set up, is like, yo, this is a divine connection. No matter what spells is being done by the karmic, no matter what negative energy that's coming forth, it won't stand whatsoever because this person, this Divine Masculine, has a contract to fulfill. So it's going to get done no matter what we got to do. We got to rock. And I just looked down at the card. I was about to say, we got to rock their world. Tower. They in a tower moment. If the universe or the divine has to cause some type of destruction, upheaval, whatever it is, it's going to be done to break up that relationship, to end the karmic cycles or karmic situations, whatever it is. Because the divine masculine has been averting disaster for way too long. DMs, you have been delaying for way too long, right? Holding on to this energy. Six of Swords is there. Not moving past this situation. Refusing to let go. Why? Because it was familiar? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like, no, don't do it. But it's because it's a lot of fear. And even though the heartbreak is there, it's still like pain, right? But they're moving on after this pain. They're trying to heal these aspects of themselves and recover. They want a reconciliation, but they're still in this King of Cups energy in the reverse, where they are overwhelmed, anxious, probably withdrawn. But the judgment is coming. So that's telling you right there, right? They're evaluating everything, which we heard in the beginning of the reading. DMs, y'all over there trying to figure it out now. Like, God damn, I done took the wrong path. Said, I'm on the wrong path. What is going on? And this is basically saying that you have been awakened. Point blank. You're reflecting. You're evaluating your own actions at this point. Like, yeah, I must be the problem here. Pretty much. I'm just going to tell it how it is. It's not me that's saying it. This is intuitively guided messages. It's not coming from my ego-based thinking. Even though I could be laughing just a little bit, but you got to laugh at life, right? But you're evaluating this because you realize that that connection that you had with that karmic situation or that karmic person wasn't real. There was no harmony there. That's the Lover's card in reverse. That was all lies. That had your world upside down, right? When your person is supposed to be a part of your world, right? But this kept you from being able to have the closure that you wanted and feeling what? Like something is missing. Coming in as the Knight of Cups at this point. But really pretty much like tapping into your intuition and your emotions at the same time. But it's like, you're going to make some moves. The Divine Masculine is coming forward. Now, it might be light energy because the King of Cups is really like on a playboy type thing. So it's like they might not come to you like, yeah, I'm trying to form this relationship again. It might be like, yeah, what you doing? You coming over? One of those type things. I'm trying to get something. That they're working on mastering skills, like I said. They're working on trying to get themselves together, trying to achieve everything that they've been really working on. They're focusing on their tasks. They're going within at this moment and realizing that they are their best teacher, right? But it keeps them where it keeps the relationship stale, right? And their values do not align with that karmic person whatsoever because they're more focused on what they got to do for themselves. The Magician is also in the reverse. Wow. So it's definitely some deception. Now, everything may not be what it seems. We definitely know there's some deceit, but that deceit could be what? Lack of willpower, low confidence, stuff like that, which we've seen in the cards. They feel like they're not good enough to have this 10 of Pentacles. Like they can't. It's so deep because it's almost like that feeling of you want so much for yourself, but at the same time not feeling like you are good enough to achieve it. It's kind of hard, and it causes a lot of friction, especially when it comes to the universe being able to like really co-create with you to manifest what it is that you want, right? Like, wait, what do you want? Do you want it or do you not want it? It ain't no in between. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, it ain't no either or. It's one way. That's how it works with the universe. It's no balance whatsoever taking place, especially when it comes to the Divine Masculine's love life. Wow. But, Queen of Cups, my dear divine femmes, you guys are always on it because you are definitely compassionate and very intuitive. So I got that you are working on it 5D realm, right? Because it looks like you're setting intentions. You got the cup in front of you and you're really manifesting and focusing your energy and your powers on creating this foundation, right? Bringing you guys together and even working on yourself. You're down to this point where you're taking the information from that you're getting, the downloads from the spiritual world, and following your life purpose and really listening to the divine, because you decided, like, look, I'm walking away, right? I'm walking away from everything that does not serve me. You're healing, you're working through these, you're learning these lessons, right? Because you went into hermit mode, pretty much. If you haven't gone there yet, you are going there into hermit mode where you're like, oh, this is about my own self-reflection, because I was in this devil fucking energy too. You was in a codependent energy too as well. We all have them, right? So the Ace of Swords is in reverse as well. So there's some miscommunication that's taking place and probably a clashing of perspectives within that divine masculine and karmic situation. And it's happening because there's the Six of Wands is in reverse. They're not, that karmic person is not getting the recognition that they want, okay? So it's no rewards coming out of that situation. And this is why it's happening, because the divine masculine now knows, like, you're not my person. Yeah, they're not going to be in this energy anymore of not being able to choose. So a decision will be made, right? So this card is usually about them choosing or trying to figure out what do they want, fantasizing about them, and trying to pick through the options, and usually more geared towards picking options based off of their infatuations about it. But now they are confused, but their love life is like really chaotic right now. All of that is called chaotic. So they're avoiding it. Yeah, that's what I got. They're avoiding making a decision, but they're still coming forward. Knight of Wands, but they're coming forward in this light energy. It's not really something, you know what I'm saying, on that King of Pentacles status or that Emperor status. Like, I know what I want. I got a vision. I want you. It's more of, they're being straightforward, they're trying to be charming, and they're ready to get things done, but they're not ready to make the commitment yet. They're not ready to take the risk because they don't see, they're overanalyzing. That's what I'm getting. They're overanalyzing their situation. They're trying to, they were trying to play it safe, because as we see in the beginning of the reading, that they are stepping out of the gate. So now I do see that Spirit is telling us the story, right? And it's leading up to our endpoint soon, right? So this is what's actually going on within the connection. Step by step, you guys, step by step. So this is what kept this Ace of Cups here in reverse, them in this feeling of having that emotional loss, which would mean what? You guys are definitely in some type of separation. Not saying that you're not communicating, you're just not together. This Success card here, this is the Sun, right? There's so much joy to be celebrated, and it's coming to you, Divine Feminine. There's a lot of, because you're being positive, and it's very attractive, and you're working in your life purpose, right? So it's causing your connection with the divine masculine to blossom, and it's bringing you guys closer together because they're inspired and they see it. So they see that happiness is there. They want to celebrate, even though this is a third party card too as well. But when we put these two cards together with the Sun, is that they want to be able to turn this friendship into romance. So it's coming. It's definitely coming. Yep, they're no longer holding on tightly because the Four of Pentacles is there. They're releasing. So they are going to get into that energy of releasing. Like I said, Divine Femme, just really focus on what? Your self-worth and your self-acceptance. Okay, so that's your task. That's your homework. And then when we meet again, I should be reading that you guys are feeling highly connected to yourselves, right? Remain optimistic about your connection. Your true heart's desire is on the horizon. So it's so close, you guys. It's on the horizon. You can see it. Like, you see it. Like, it's there. All right, now let's connect the dots. Don't take other people's opinions seriously, okay? Because people only understand from their own level of perception. Your angels say to wait and bide your time for better results, right? So if you jump into the situation too fast, as we can see, they still lingering and holding on to some stuff where they're not feeling exactly good enough. So it's still some codependencies going on there, and Spirit is working on helping them to end these karmic cycles and to release that baggage, to release whatever doesn't serve them anymore. So if y'all came together now, you would still go through that chaser runner energy. So you still have to have this space in between each other so that the twins can heal. Now, if you guys came together too soon, like I said, and you're in their energy and in their space, it will be hard for the healing process to take place, because why? You'll still be triggered, right? So past, present, and future energies need examining. What is it that you truly want moving forward? That's also your homework, Divine Femmes. Focusing on what? This is it. And what I say, triggers brought on by your counterpart are necessary for healing of past wounds and traumas, and that's usually what is taking place. But you guys are mirroring each other exactly, so you have to be very strategic about how you're feeling, and working on your shadows, right? Just confronting them. That's all it takes. It's just confronting them. It's like this stuff doesn't happen just by, in a matter of seconds. It takes time, right? Healing takes time. So the best way to do it, as you have been doing thus far, is just confronting it and releasing it, and it's helping the Divine Masculine once again. And I know I keep saying it over and over again, but this is how important it is, you guys, to realize and understand that whatever energy you're in, they're in. I have so many twins that call me and be like, I'm just over it. I can't do it no more. I'm ready to walk away. Da 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 da. Well, how your Divine Masculine acting? You understand? They in the same energy. Da da da. They just acting aloof, or they not really communicating or do anything. Why? Because you're projecting, and then they're projecting it back. So they're mirroring back whatever energy. When will you understand that how the connection works is you pick up on each other's energy? So if you stay in a loving energy, then you're going to get the love back. Point blank. That's just what they're going to do. But if you are in this energy where you're upset, you're frustrated, and you're feeling impatient because the situation is not moving fast enough, they in turn will slow down even more. All right. Now, I'm going to give y'all some heart love messages before I roll out. This is about transformation. So you guys have to do this transformation to bring this together. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen, okay? So love conquers and transforms all things. Your relationship is growing. You just have a few small minor details that you already know how to use, overcome, because you know how to use your tools, right? You already know how to go about healing yourself. This is all about you guys' new beginning. So just embrace it, right? And live your dreams passionately. You instinctively know what's right for you, and you have the power to do it, because some of you are still in this energy of, should I stay in this connection because of how my DM is acting, but not realizing that you're playing a part in it, okay? It takes two. In this situation, it literally takes two. So whatever they're doing, look at yourself, all right? Because that's your mirror. Now, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality, all right? Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Do not give up now. Twins, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, do not give up, please. Look at the bigger picture, you guys. You're almost there. It's right on the horizon. Just stay connected to what? Yourselves. And then everything else will fall into place. All right? Peace.